Un Copter Coverups for October 18th. At 11:18 a.m., a blue helicopter with a silencer painted with a stripe, a silver stripe that would be like a very skinny trapezoid because it gets larger on one part. So at the feet of the helicopter, I call that part where the pilot's feet would be, there is a stripe that starts and then it at the bottom, and it's the skinny end of the trapezoid, and then it goes up behind his back, behind his seat, and then it gradually gets slightly larger. So it would be facing in that direction. And then right below that, there's a gold circle. And I only realize now that they're trying to sell this as possibly a police helicopter. And so they're saying that maybe the June 1st was just a police helicopter that flew over my backyard, because they tried to connect it to a police helicopter. And this is what my video on the review of October 17th was about, when I was asking if people could connect the dots because I didn't see what was going on. And so then immediately after, at 11:23, the police helicopter crossed over. Oh, and also the location of the crossover is the 11 o'clock line where they flew over my house with the police helicopter and then led me out to Caladad and tried to spotlight me. And so I ran home. But that's the line, and they just try to incorporate it into the police helicopter's routine route, and sometimes he peels off and flies across there. So it was odd when I was saying earlier, I was like, why would a civilian fly across there? But they actually tried to connect it as a police helicopter, and that's what the little gold circle was. So at 11:23, then the police helicopter flew right in the same exact line. And then at 11:32, the blue silencer copter with the fade and the silver stripe and the gold circle flew down the helicopter pocket really fast, left to right if you're looking across the street, and it slightly descended. So that was also selling the hill as a turn for the military copter cover-up that responded to my phone. And also for the fast line dart, when I was recording him under 24092, the police helicopter, and he took off. So that was odd to me. And then also the high speed was also connected to the fact that on June 1st, he flew incredibly fast over my head because he was threatening me. And so on at 11:35, then the police helicopter flew back down the same pocket route, left to right across the street from me, and he kind of swooped in a little bit farther down the park. And I don't know if this was significant at all, but the copter sounded like it was tuned a little heavy, but it could have been how he was flying. But I know that they had started tuning all the helicopters to sound differently, and especially the Un Copter Coverups. They've been using silencers. Now I'm recording this on the 30th, and they've actually used a plastic cover for a silence muffler. And then also I'd taken the engine compartment off so that one of the blue ones would rattle really loudly. And so at 11:40, two police helicopters flew over my house in the 11 o'clock line, from the park down out over 24092, conveniently the transformer fire spot. So I think they were trying to solidify that as a blue silencer police copter, and that probably was what I recorded on June 1st. I just didn't know. At 2:48, the silencer blue helicopter tried to fly over my backyard on the same 11 o'clock line coming from the Solero de Seo end of my street, and so I ran towards it. And so he kind of veered left a little bit and went out over Oliveira, and then tried to stay as close to my backyard as he could. But I kind of jumped up on the wall and recorded him, so he didn't come directly over my backyard. And that's a personal reaction too. And then at 4:01 p.m., in the helicopter pocket across the street, one of the flimsy ones with the conical top that connects to the rotor blades flew right to left. And that's because they like using it as a silhouette, because a lot of the original UN copter videos are out near 24191, but they didn't happen at dusk. If you look at the times, they're not at dusk at all. So they try to fly it out there all the time at dusk to get a silhouette and say that it's black.